Jack, Javin, and J-Rob have been just really outstanding young men for our program. Obviously, they've all contributed. Jack and Javin have been starters at times and two-time captains. Good guys, good team guys. And in J-Rob, you really have, I think, the guy that is the most respected. His talk, when J-Rob talks, everybody listens. He's just a very unusual guy. We're lucky to have him, and now he's playing really well. So it'll be an emotional night. Having North Carolina here on the last game makes it even more emotional. And by the way, our students are on spring break. It started on Friday and Friday after class, so they're staying for the game, that sets us apart, really, that commitment from our student body, and hopefully we can honor these seniors.
A chance to add to a 6-point lead. Moore in transition, all the way down the lane to lay it in. Moore headed the other way. Lobs it to Stanley! Oh, punch it down for two! Goldwire to the left and Stanley, 5 to shoot. Stanley, a righty runner, won't go. Robinson finishes off the Wolfpack with a flush.
Well, the NC State game was one of the biggest games we've had all year because of where we were at as a team. We had lost 3 out of 4, but the 2 just before, one possession games, where you're at Wake and you make one play or don't make a mistake and you win. Against Virginia, it's a one possession game for either team, and the difference between winning and losing in our conference this year is so small. A few weeks before that, we went at Carolina and we beat Florida State. And those are one possession games, but they turned out great for us. So it looks like everything's unbelievably good. And then you lose 2 like that, and everything is bad. And it's neither one. But the thing is, it's the first time our team had faced that level of adversity. And so it's not just about losing, it's about adversity and how you lost and at what time of the year did you do it, and it could have a snowball effect, and we were able to change that, while the game was going on, because they got off to a great start, but then we took over and then we played some great basketball.
The right sideline, 2-on-2. Moore, a bounce pass to Jones to lay it in. Meanwhile, Stanley flying in at the other end to thunder it down for 2. An outlet pass for Jones, long hit ahead to Carey to dunk it down. Aycott looking for Brooks, stolen by Robinson. Saves it along the sideline for Moore, ahead to Carey to rock the rim. Jones penetrates, lobs it to Carey, who lays it in softly with the left hand. Works his way to the left. Now back to the right is Robinson. Into the post, Carey's wide open, and he dunks it home. And the Blue Devils win it on senior night, 89-76. An emotional evening poured out onto the floor.
What a great game. It never disappoints, and it's obviously, when we win, we're a lot happier, but they played well, and we played well. But we really executed down the stretch. And those 2 threes, J-Rob hits a 3, and then Cassius hits a 3. Boom, boom, you got 6 points on 2 possessions. And huge. J-Rob's shot's probably the biggest one. It's like a dagger. And then I'm proud of our guys. No turnovers, hitting free throws, didn't give up a 3, in the last couple of minutes. A lot of good stuff. These are 2 big wins for us, coming after those 2 very difficult losses.
Inside Basketball with Duke's Coach K is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling. By Reed's Jewelers, a proud partner of Duke Athletics. And by Gatorade. Win from within.
Gatorade Zero. All the electrolytes, zero sugar.
Level 3, huh? That's a start.
All day, baby.
NBA champion?
Boom, and I really care what my bump into. Bulldozer, make room. Write that pun for me tune. Wish they all had my leg room. Another deal, it ain't even noon. Tour Dior, or sit by the pool. I can do.
Hey!
Glad we not like that.
Gatorade Zero. Get more out of zero.
Continental tires are built for the road that connects you to all of life's journeys. And for nearly 150 years, we've been developing tires to fit your needs. Each Continental tire is designed to give you precise handling and traction in all seasons, and a quiet, comfortable ride wherever the road takes you. You're at your best when you're doing what you really love. We're at ours when we're helping you get there. Continental Tire, for what you do.
Let's talk about math. Fuel points math. For every dollar you spend at Harris Teeter, you get a fuel point. 100 fuel points equals 10 cents off per gallon. 200 fuel points equals 20 cents off per gallon. 1,000 fuel points equals $1 off per gallon on quality fuel. And if you're shopping at Harris Teeter with your Vic card, your fuel points are already adding up. Check the bottom of your receipt. Harris Teeter Fuel Points, an easy way to save on fuel.
See harristeeter.com for details.
It's, finally senior night for us. It's been, a crazy 4 years. Time's flown by with my guys here, and, we're just, sitting here and gonna walk through with you guys some of our favorite memories, from our time here, because there are a lot of them. Just some old men now. Just gonna reminisce about some of our memories. So I'm gonna talk to Jack here. My roommate. We've been roommates, for 3 years, and best friends for 4. And just gonna ask him what was going on in his head and why these are some of his favorite memories. All right, Jack, what's going on here?
The start of our senior year, pretty crazy that we're already here now, and looking back, it's just crazy how fast this whole year's gone by, and I'm just looking at me, you, and Trey, and obviously as captains now we got the big fella on board as well. Need to Photoshop you in there.
Yeah.
But I know it's really genuine. We're all happy. I'm sure Reagan or whoever was behind the camera, said something funny to make us laugh. But I mean, that just makes me think of all the amazing support staff around the program, and just the great people you get to meet and interact with every day that are part of this team and this program. Just think about how fast this year's just gone by, let alone the 4 years. So it's definitely cool. Up next, what I remember, we're playing Texas Tech, I believe, in the Garden. This is end of the game, and you made some huge plays for us, especially on the defensive end, blocking shots, grabbing rebounds, to help us beat a really good team that ended up making it to the Final Four. Walk us through that. What's going on in your head right now? You got a pretty vicious expression. I mean, yeah, I was just trying to, live in the moment, and, all I was thinking about at that time was just trying to do whatever I could to help us win. And I mean, I'm surrounded by, Trey, Zion, and RJ, and, it makes me think about all the different freshmen and, the waves of guys that we've had the honor of playing with throughout the years. And obviously MSG, there's, apart from Cameron, there's not much of a better place to play basketball. You always dream of playing in those places and those big time environments, and showing a bit of emotion and passion there is reflective of a lot of the the moments that a lot of us have shared together. We're going into games trying to fight and win, and those moments that you really cherish when guys step up and make different plays, and it's cool seeing guys in those moments. Cheeky little sign from one of the crazies. You're taking flight. I see Grayson celebrating in the background. What's special about this for you? I mean, man, it just makes me think about the crazies. Every game I've been in here, you know, I remember my visit back in 2016, and
wow.
I think it was the start of March, and you know, that was my first real taste of, you know, what this environment is like, and it's just, you know, it's cool to see the students feel such a part of, you know, our team, and you know, really, you know, impact the atmosphere in here, and you know, give us the energy that we, you know, need sometimes to get over the line. You know, we wouldn't be where we are without, you know, our amazing fans and support. Seeing obviously Grayson again, you know, he was a big part of my time here, and especially when I got here as a younger fellow, you know, I feel like he really helped me become acclimated to being in the States, and obviously being on the other side of the world. And you know, I really cherish our friendship, and obviously, you know, the time I've been able to have with the crazies in here.
Next up, we've got a picture, you know, from our junior season opener when we had a big win over Kentucky. We were battling for a loose ball. You know, they got two guys on you. Doesn't matter. You know, you're fighting through.
And I remember this play. You know, I think I'd just come on the court, and you know, obviously Kentucky had a really talented team that year, and it was obviously a huge matchup for both us and them. So I was really just trying to come in and, you know, play hard and enjoy that moment again, and you know, start off kind of my upperclassman time here in a good way. And I remember, you know, I came in, I was just trying to deny, you know, Tyler Hero the ball, and was fortunate enough to get in the lane and get a steal. And I remember, you know, Zion leaking out, and you know, you just give it to Zion and he does the rest. Makes me think of all the big time games that we've been a part of, something I won't ever forget.
The rarely seen backwards hat jack.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, after it looks like we won the ACC championship, I think last year. What's good?
What's good is, I mean, yeah, the backwards hat jack comes out as the same time we win ACC championships, honestly. So it's been out a couple of times, and you know, hopefully can add to it again. But you know, I think this is a cool picture. You know, it has a lot of people I'm close to in it. You know, it's got Coach Will, who's been a huge part of my time here, Mike Buckmeyer, who's, you know, one of my great mates, and you see J-Rob in there, Jav, you know, Marquise, you know, my roommate freshman year, and you know, it makes me think again of like all the amazing people I've been able to get to know and been teammates with, and you know, just those moments, you know, at the end of the day where you win a big time game, and you know, all the work you put in as a group and individually, you know, seems to pay off. And you know, obviously hoping for that to continue for us for the next month, and you know, really trying to finish on a high note.
To close it all off, we got you here, coaches telling you something, you're listening to the GOAT, and just talk about what this means to you.
I mean, I obviously can't remember what he was telling me. Hopefully it was something good, but
yo.
Yo. But I mean, no, he's been, you know, obviously incredibly important for, you know, I'm sure I can speak on behalf of everyone sitting down right here, not just from my time, but you know, everyone's experience here at Duke. You know, just seeing him work every day and his dedication, you know, even after, you know, he's 73 years old, and you know, he doesn't feel like he's slowing down at all. You know, it's just been amazing to learn from him every day, and you know, I still remember the first conversation I had with him. I couldn't have been more nervous over the phone. But yeah, no, it's been a roller coaster, and you know, as well, you know, a really cool thing is, you know, we're wearing the nice little new uniforms, and it's been cool for us, like this year, you know, being able to debut some new uniforms, you know, the Brotherhood uniforms, these ones, the ones we wore at UNC. Just makes me reflect on, you know, how fortunate we've been to be here at this time, and you know, see, you know, Coach do his thing, and obviously be a part of successful groups and different groups. But yeah, just trying to take it all in and be appreciative of, you know, everything we've been able to experience over our time here, and it's just been awesome.
Major auto accident. Let's do what we do. Serious injuries. Clearly our driver's fault.
So what's the plan? Delay? Deny?
What? They called the law offices of James Scott Farron. I think you should handle this one.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business. Call on the Hurt Line, the law offices of James Scott Farron, right now.
No, you handle it. No, I insist. You handle it.
The new Extreme Cash Scratch-Off has 400,000 cash prizes from $75 to $1,000. People are winning like crazy, so they hired me, the Cash Fairy, to deliver all the cash. With prizes starting at $40 and going up to $1 million, you can say I'm always on call. It's not always the easiest job, but it makes me feel all warm inside.
With over $109 million in total prizes, Extreme Cash is like magic.
Here's the truck you've always wanted, with everything you'd expect from America's best-selling pickup. Now, with an unexpected offer, get a premium leather interior and full bed liner at no extra charge. The luxury you want, an offer you can't pass up. But hurry, your chance to save on a limited supply ends soon. Now during Ford Truck Month, get $77.50 in total savings on select F-150s, plus premium leather and liner at no extra charge.
Point of Attack with Chris Patola, presented by Continental Tire. For what you do.
Wendell Moore, another one of those Duke freshmen who's having a really good year. But Wendell's had to deal with a little bit of adversity this year. Was having a really good season before he ended up getting hurt. You go back to a couple games early in the year. He had a really good non-conference season and then a really good opening to his ACC season. You go back to the Virginia Tech game, doing work around the basket. His strength in that paint was such an asset for Duke. Off of inbounds plays, you could use his athleticism, again, around the rim. The Boston College game, he was so active, so athletic in that game. And then, of course, he gets hurt. And he ends up missing 5 games before he ends up having to come back. And I think sometimes we underestimate how long it's going to take a guy to get back from an injury, especially a freshman. You know, a freshman to come back from an injury, it's not an easy thing. And Duke missed him. They missed him being in that lineup. He came back, took him a little bit to get going, but man, did he make a splash in the North Carolina game. He made 2 of the most clutch end-of-game plays in a North Carolina-Duke rivalry game that you will ever see. Of course, he had the tip out off of the missed free throw by Trey Jones, and then he ends up finishing up the offensive rebound, collecting the missed shot by Trey Jones. What a finish to that game he had. 17 and 10 in that game. Again, the impact that he can make is so huge. The Florida State game, just his ability to finish in the open floor. He's made Duke a better transition basketball team by him being in the lineup. Wake Forest, in the Wake Forest game, he had 25 points. An unbelievable job getting guys involved. Got Justin Robinson on a nice feed underneath. Wendell Moore is going to be a star, but he has had a very good freshman season, has dealt with that adversity of having to be out. He is going to be a key part to Duke's run down the stretch of this season with all of the different things that he can do. What a freshman year he's had.
Wendell, I think, is well past the injury. He had a really good performance against Wake. You know, he's a young player, and when you're developing, no matter how talented you are, it's tough to be consistently excellent, and that's what our team struggles with. Each of these kids is getting better, and sometimes they get knocked back and get better. So the consistency is what you're looking for, and that's what you get with a guy who's more ready. And R.J. Barrett, Zion, they're consistent. Or on my staff, when Nolan is a junior, John's a junior and a senior. You know what to expect. They've done it. With our group, there's some inconsistencies there that are due not because of attitude, but just because it hasn't become habitual yet. The level of preparation and level of performance.
"40 Years with Coach K, presented by Vivid Seats, official partner of the Duke Blue Devils. Don't get just any seat, get a Vivid seat.
Getting hugs all around. They know they couldn't have done it without him. A magnificent comeback for the Duke Blue Devils. They win it 84-77, coming back from down 15 in the last 11 and a half minutes. Reddick ends up with 30.
Well, we had an amazing run from 1999 to 2006 in the ACC tournament. We won some hellacious games, and after we won a couple, I just think our team felt that they were a little bit destined to win. I still remember the one up in Washington, D.C., where against Georgia Tech, we had no guards. JJ willed us to win, and he did that against Boston College and NC State in huge ACC championship games. But that's one of the really great runs of any program in our conference.
Hell yeah! Hampton Farms peanuts, roasted with delicious flavor inside the shell. Available in salted, unsalted, and Cajun hot in the produce section of a grocery store near you.
Why do I do what I do? Why do I give so much to helping total strangers? Why do I care so much about it? At Duke Health, we are committed to discovering, developing, and delivering the future of healthcare. The extraordinary is what we do every day, but why we do it is much bigger. I'm Megan, and you're why.
When we're born, we're more alike than we are different. Then somewhere along the way, we start to believe the more distant we are from each other, the more different we are. It's only when we venture into the world that we see all we share. Maybe that's the power of flight. Delta isn't flying just to bring us together, but to show we were never that far apart.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
Thank you. Oh.
Think ahead, think advance. Get free testing and installation with batteries starting at $79.99 at Advance Auto Parts.
Hell yeah! Hampton Farms peanuts, roasted with delicious flavor inside the shell. Available in salted, unsalted, and Cajun hot in the produce section of a grocery store near you.
Now a steal by Zion, and a run out, and a right-handed rack attack that sends this place into a frenzy. Top of the key, looking to drive, crosses over into the paint, spins up on Little, can't get it, tap follow by Zion! Puts Duke back in front. Zion the rebound, long bounce pass to Jones, reverse layup good. How about this run in Charlotte? All the way to an ACC title for Duke as they knock off Florida State 73-63 to claim their 21st in school history. And Zion Williamson is the star in the Queen City.
You know, we approach the ACC tournament the same way every year, and you know, we want to win the ACC tournament. That's why we've won a lot. I think we've won 15, and that's a lot because it's important. You know, I came into the conference when the ACC tournament was by far the biggest and most important. I understand the history of the tournament, and also that's how you determine your champion. And when we had a regular round robin, even then, the regular season champion was not really recognized. They started recognizing it much later, but the ACC tournament champion is crowned the ACC champion, and you want to be that, and you want to put it all out. I like the fact that we end on Saturday. I think that's been one of the terrific changes that the ACC has made, and it gives the two teams playing for the championship that Sunday to get back and get ready for the selection show and what lies ahead for them.
Back up top, stolen by Jones. The outlet for Stanley, and he'll dunk it home with the right hand.
Our kids have had a great year.
Nolly stolen by Carey, and a chance for a run out. Get ready for the show. The left-handed tomahawk.
To be in contention for the regular season, to be a top 10 team.
Jones on the left, lob it to Delorier to rock the rim.
What a year these young men have given us.
Jones misses it. Long rebound to Hurt. Now Jones with one. Jones puts it up at the buzzer. Yes! He ties the game! And we're going to overtime!
The thing going forward into ACC tournament, and especially into the NCAA tournament, is that we've been in a lot of close games. And we've had a number of guys step up in critical situations to either hit a big shot, knock down some free throws, some pressure free throws, or get a rebound or loose ball that won the game. So it wasn't just about one guy or two guys doing it. All of our players have contributed. There's definitely a different feeling going into March because, outside of the 1994-95 season, when I really got sick and I was out for months, and anyway, I'm responsible for that season, don't get me wrong, but that's the only season since 1983-84 season that we haven't gone to the NCAA tournament. I mean, that's an incredible run. And so Duke basketball players are accustomed to getting refreshed, getting excited, knowing that they're going to be in the so-called big dance. And I love that, and you can sense an excitement from our team.